Welcome to Her Lights, your home for women's sports coverage. I'm your host, Erin Foley, a stand-up comic, TV writer, and most important, an obsessed sports fan. I break down the best games, highlight the best stories, and interview the best from the world of women's sports. So put on your jerseys, stretch out your hammies, and let's do this. Hello, Herlighters. It's Erin Foley back in the booth talking women's sports. Today, oh my God, goddamn delight, all caps. I'm telling you that, straight from Milan, straight from Cortina, Milan-Cortina. We're diving into the Winter Olympics because sadly it is coming to a close. But this woman, this guest, back by unpopular demand, she is an absolute legend in Olympic reporting, backed by popular demand. Please welcome my dear friend and Olympic hopeful, Bridget McManus.
Thank you for having me. I love that you said unpopular demand. It's 100% true. I don't even listen to the podcast. Why are you not here in Italy? Did your passport, was that the issue? Was your passport wasn't renewed?
Yeah, it was, I think the government was like, not so fast, Lesbo, you're staying in the country.
Yeah.
It was on like, sort of when I guess this is my 18th career switch, when I'm like just knee deep in women's sports. Of course, I've been knee deep in women's sports for so long. But I thought like outside bucket list, maybe there's a chance I could go to Italy and do some reporting. No, didn't quite make it.
They sent me. It's fine. I'm representing for you.
But Bridget has been there the whole time, listeners.
So cold. It's so cold. It's so cold.
I know I said unpopular demand, but you are in full demand always for all things. I know people email me all the time and they're like, your episode, Bridget, was so fun and stuff. Like you're always welcome on this show.
Thank you for saying that. It's very sweet.
I was teasing because I love you. We had a great day. Bridget and I had a great day yesterday.
It was so good.
Thank God I convinced you to come. So we're going to talk about, listen, there's 80,000 things that happened in the last 72 hours. So we're going to cover some hockey, some curling. We've got figure skating, then whatever Bridget wants to talk about. You can't cover everything, but I just wanted to say yesterday, getting you out of bed, you came to the women's sports bar with wet hair, freshly showered. It was 20 below in Los Angeles. It was raining. So let's talk about our Olympic hockey adventure that we did yesterday.
It was stressful because I was just finishing packing to go to Italy because I didn't want to miss anything. So exactly. I was like, I have to go from this bar to
back
the airport,
to Italy.
But I did it.
Back to Italy. So, you were there, and then yeah.
For those listening, the game started at 10:10, West Coast time. And I was like, I can't make it. It's just way too early in the morning. I'm going to be under a heating blanket with my 3 animals on me watching. And you were like, get your fucking ass up. Come to a bar because drinking at 10 a.m. is a good idea. And it was the best thing I ever did. That was so much fun. It was going to Untamed Spirits, women's bar, lesbian bar, watching with group people. So thank you for inviting me. I had way too much fun. My throat was so sore last night because we were screaming.
Oh my God. All right, listeners, let's set the stage. Let's back this up about 48 hours. After we won the semis on Monday, I was like, we have to just historically, I think a lot of people in my life and a lot of listeners know this. I don't typically watch sports in public because of just people.
You need to focus.
I need to focus. I don't want to talk to anyone. It's usually just like gross dudes. By the way, asterisk scroll down, not a man-hating lesbian, just gross dudes. You know what I'm saying? Bridget is a man-hating lesbian, though,
disgusting.
So we're fine. So
all of them. Whoever's listening, go fuck yourself. All of them.
We love
parents, fathers, brothers, all of them.
But the male listeners of this show and the men that go to women's sports bars, typically they're the good ones. They're the good ones. So before this whole, last couple years of women's sports bars, I just, I don't typically do it. So I was like, okay, we won the semis and the U.S. women's hockey, like the Olympic hockey to me is like, I'd say it's like literally like in my top 3 all time, like favorite things to watch. Like that's how much of an insane fan I am. And so I was like, we've got to we've got to get Untamed Spirits, which is really like they did an amazing job. But sometimes, you know, I don't know if my only thing is like sometimes they need to have more watching events. That's all I'm going to say. Right. And believe me, we need a lesbian bar in Los Angeles. So they check that box, which is amazing. And my only gripe is like put more watch parties together and stuff like that. So I start like this online campaign of like, I was like, hey, looking at you Untamed Spirits, like, let's go open up. And then I personally Instagram them. And then I also called the bar. And so
You did not call the bar.
I did. I did call the bar.
Stop bothering us, Erin. Fuck off.
I was like, open up, right? Because like all the other, women's sports bars were opening and listen, like, I'm just saying, like, come on, let's go. And they were great. They opened up, they got the word out. I made like 10 videos on my Instagram and it was the atmosphere was so fun. The owners did an incredible job. And the bar was like, pretty packed for like LA at 10 a.m.
And it was raining.
And it was pouring rain. And we don't have an ice hockey team, a women's ice hockey team in LA. So honestly, I thought the turnout was really good because then they were like, we're going to open. Then I thought, oh shit, I got to pack the place. Like, what if nobody shows up?
That's why you wanted me to go, not because you wanted me there. You were worried about Untamed Spirits not letting you come back.
Don't be ridiculous. That was part of the
reason. For those who don't know, seriously, when it rains in Los Angeles, things get canceled. People do not go out.
Yeah,
they don't go. I'm not exaggerating. People actually do not go out. And I was thinking, I was like, how good of a friend am I with Erin? If I need to go out, it's a heating blanket. But I love you, obviously.
Yeah, love you back.
I'm a great friend. I'm definitely a better friend than you are.
No, you absolutely are a better friend than I am. You are a fantastic friend, and I treasure what feels like at least 15-year friendship, at least.
Bitch, it's been longer than 15 years. What do you 15? So the first couple years didn't count?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just trying to figure out when I met you.
19 years.
19 years? Because I'm going to be in LA 20 years in April.
Yeah.
Which is
I met you at the airport when you landed. 19 years, I think.
19 years.
I met you at AFBAR. I met you at an AFBAR show.
Oh, my God. That's so sweet.
You were so nice.
Oh, my God.
I remember it. Was it sweet? You don't remember it. The first couple of years, you were like, when did I meet you?
Part of my life was sponsored by Tanqueray. And then you put perimenopause/menopause, whatever.
It's fine.
Nothing. Yeah, no information for women's health.
You know what's really hurtful is that can you see it? You see my Erin tattoo I got? Did yours come off?
Okay, listeners, she's put marker on her wrist. Okay, Untamed Spirits.
Okay. Sorry.
We pile in, and this is what's so great about women's sports bars. Like, it was just everybody was like locked in. There was also so many people like on their laptops, and I realized,
working.
People have jobs.
Not really. They're at a bar at 10 o'clock in the morning.
They're at a bar, but they were working, and so I was like, oh, okay. That was totally fun and random. But I have to say, again, there was a lot of fun energy. Like everyone was drinking coffee because it was like 10 in the morning. There was like pots and pots of coffee. By the end of the second period, and we'll get to the game in a second, I was so stressed out I had to have a beer. But it was just like it was so random drinking coffee and like Cinnabons and tater tots at like 10 a.m. watching women's hockey.
It was sponsored by tater tots. There was like 3,000.
There were so many tater tots. Yeah. But a good crowd. They were totally into it. And then the game begins, right? And so I am like an absolute nervous wreck. And then I'm like, oh God, should I have watched this in public? But oh my God, I'm so glad I watched it in public. Yeah. And
you were the master of ceremonies. I know you guys know that Erin's obviously very enthusiastic about sports, but she was running around high-fiving everyone. At one point, I think you jumped on a woman's back. We had to call the ambulance. It was like, Erin, get off people. But it was so celebratory.
I did take a lap around the bar, high-fiving everybody after the Hilary Knight goal.
And then I tried, and everyone's like, don't touch me. And I was like, okay, but she did. Okay.
Okay, before we get into the game, I just want to say that I was absolutely hazed. I think it started maybe with our friend Amy Turner, and then everybody logged on or glommed on or whatever the word is. But you took it to another level. I was wearing an authentic.
Okay,
no.
Stop. You're a traitor to America. Okay, you tell your version. I'll tell my version.
Okay, listeners, here's the real version. I was wearing an authentic former player University of Wisconsin, where half our team has come out of the University of Wisconsin. The coach of University of Wisconsin women's ice hockey is Mark Johnson, one of the gold medalists from 1980, right? So this is a jersey given to me after a show I did in Madison, Wisconsin, a decade ago by someone that was totally hammered, and she probably regrets giving me the jersey. But anyway, that's another story. And so I get to the bar, right, and I'm in my jersey, and it's red and white.
Yeah, it is, bitch. And it had a Canadian leaf on it.
And it did
and
not.
You were chugging maple syrup, you fucking traitor. It's like, it just looked like a Canadian shirt. People kept saying, like, why is she wearing the wrong shirt? And I was embarrassed. I wasn't going to do this podcast because I was like, what is wrong with Erin? You're a traitor. I'm gonna put a picture on my Instagram so you guys can see. It flat out looks like a Canadian shirt.
It did. In the front you can see Wisconsin, but in the back. So then my a couple of friends of mine who I didn't even realize were coming, they were sitting at the bar, right? So he gets to the bar before. How did this work? I can't remember the order, whatever. So then I see them and I go back over and he goes, "Oh, I didn't recognize you. I thought the back of your jersey was a Canadian."
Exactly. Everybody did. Everybody did.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it was so hilarious because there was also women with the blue USA hockey jerseys, which now I obviously have to get.
Because they love America, but that's fine, Erin. It's totally fine. I was embarrassed to be at the table with you, actually.
It was
a little embarrassing.
But let me just say, I have the greatest friends. I'm so lucky because the hazing did not stop. That they were like, everyone was just like, "What's that about?" Like the Canadian jokes were flying, and it was so funny, and it calmed me down. But here's a fun full circle moment. My friend Julie was at the show, and she's like an epic. She like tours the world watching women's sports. And she's like buds with Rose Lavelle. So we took a shirt because I guess maybe Rose went to University of Wisconsin, or maybe she's originally from Wisconsin.
Is she from Canada? Is she actually from Canada?
Cincinnati. I don't know. I can't confuse. And we took a picture and she sent it to Rose Lavelle. And so that was cool. So there we go. But
you're still a traitor to America, but that's fine. Whatever.
It was really fun. What did you think overall about how stressful that game was? And did you have doubts? By the way, if listeners, if you didn't see the game, we won the gold medal. I should start with that. 2-1 in overtime.
Overtime, at the 4-minute and 7-second mark, I think that's the moment, we were screaming. I mean, it was stressful. It was very stressful.
So stressful.
We were down for a long time, and then I think it was the third.
It was period. 2 minutes left in the game.
You yelled. You remember this? "We're gonna win." And everybody started laughing in the bar. And then, I'm not even joking, all of a sudden we fucking got a score. We were like, "Ew!" You were like, "We're going to win." We were like, "We're totally losing this game." You did this.
I did this.
America owes you a gold medal because you did this.
What I'm most proud of is willing those 40 or 50 people to get into Untamed Spirits to watch the game in a non-women's ice hockey town. So that's really what I'm most proud of. But no, I had moments. So, all right, just real quick. I know the game's over, but we just have to relive some of the magic. You know, U.S. coming into this match, obviously for the first time, I would have to say, I don't know, honestly, going into Nagano in 98, if we were favored or Canada was favored. 2002, I think we were favored. But most of the time, it's always Canada. Canada's always predicted to win. But we obviously look the best. I still we were the best team in the tournament the entire time. We beat Canada 5-0 in the preliminary. We beat them 7 times in the last year. This never happens, right? So going into this match, going into this game, I thought, well, Canada's going to obviously bring it. It's not going to be 5-0, but I thought like 3-1, 4-2. I don't know. You know, you figured Marie-Philippe Poulin, the greatest of all time, is going to at least get a goal. So they came out, Canada comes out in the first period and looks like the Canadian teams of old. They were dominating. We were missing passes. We kept dumping it in the zones. Like we just looked so rattled. I was surprised how rattled we were. I really was. I knew there was going to be some nerves, but we 3 power plays we gave to Canada. So then we get a power play at the end of the first period, but it's like 14 seconds left. So then we take the power play into the second period and they score a shorthanded goal. And then I thought, oh no, oh no, oh no. Like just because we have a young team, like well, half veterans have like more veterans than not, but 7 college kids are on this team, you know? So yeah, it was really nerve-wracking. And then, you know, we don't score in the second period, but we play a lot better. We get some momentum at the end of the second period. And I thought, this is it. This is it. We start the third period. Canada gets the momentum right back. And then about maybe 7 or 8 minutes left in the game, I had a couple moments where I said, you know, there's figure skating. There's other stuff to look forward to. Like,
you gave up.
What a tremendous! I had moments where, but then I was like, okay, a minute, and then Curl does a dumb penalty against the boards, and Canada gets a power play with like I think like literally 5 minutes left, and I thought, well, that's it. That's what I really thought.
That's when you yelled that we're going to win, and I think you did it sarcastically, and everybody laughed because it was going so bad, and then things changed. But at the beginning of the second period, that's when we came back and we're like, oh yeah, America, we were really connecting, and then it faded again.
Yeah. No, I think I screamed out, we're going to win after Hilary's goal. I didn't scream out before.
I thought you did it before.
No, I didn't. After she put the goal
that makes sense.
I think I screamed.
But we were all laughing at you.
Or maybe it was before. I can't remember.
It was before because we were losing and everyone started laughing because we're like, fuck off, Erin. Yeah. We're gonna lose, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Hilary scored.
Okay.
It was so good.
So to USA's credit, to our amazing team's credit, somehow we escaped 3 power plays from Canada. Now, Canada, I mean, I don't know how we did it. 31 shots on goal, Erin Frankel, who is, whatever. She was the MVP of that game. We just hung in there. And then it's like giving me chills right now. I'll never forget this. Of course, I watched it now 5 times. I went home and watched the entire second and third period. Anyway, the point is, it's like, okay, we survived that power play. Now there's like, I guess like, you know, 3 or 4 minutes, like 2.5 minutes, Wroblewski. I always say Wroblewski because I have a friend named Wroblewski. Our coach, John Wroblewski, pulls the goalie with 2.5 minutes, which is a lot of time to pull the goalie, but we had a face-off down at their end. What a call. And then we get that extra player on the ice. We win the face-off. And Layla Edwards, who's, I don't know, 18, 19, still at
22.
She's 22?
She's 22. Yeah.
University of Wisconsin. Thank you, Erin Foley jersey. Layla Edwards slaps it in, and somehow Hilary Knight, University of Wisconsin, thank you, takes her stick and somehow flicks it. She's blocking the goalie and it goes in. And to be in public at a women's sports bar in a non-ice hockey city, the place.
You screamed.
I screamed and did a lap.
Yep. We were jumping. One of the people we were with jumped up on the bench. I was like, I hope it's going to hold you. It went crazy. I wish I was recording it because the screaming, I was hugging people I don't know. I hope it was consensual. Sorry, I didn't ask first. I just started launching myself at people. That was so fantastic to be there because it's different when you're with a group of people.
Yeah.
Everybody watch sports with your friends. The end.
Yeah, it was just so electric. It was so electric. That's like the beauty of it. People are high-fiving, like people are screaming. I had friends that like literally were like, "Oh, I just want to I just want to go to a bar and watch," like my friends at the bar, and they were like, they were having the time of their lives. Like, You didn't have to know hockey. You didn't have to know the lore. You didn't have to know, like, this is the 7 of 8 Olympic finals or USA and Canada. It was just an amazing game. And so Hilary Knight scores. We're losing our mind. We almost score again. Then they came down and ran out of time.
Hold on. Wasn't Hilary's score her 15th? Didn't she hit a record? Breaks the record at 15. Record. Yeah.
Breaks the all-time scoring record.
15
for U.S. Olympic hockey and all-time goal record. Can you imagine? She's not only like the greatest of all time in America. Marie-Philippe Poulin is the greatest of all time in hockey. So you could say, like, you could argue to obviously top 5 of all time ever, right? You get engaged, which we'll talk about. You get engaged the day before. You score the game tying goal to put it in overtime in an Olympic gold medal game with one of the most incredible goals I've ever seen. And you break the record at the same time. Like, it is a movie. It is a
Yeah.
movie. It's a movie. Did I mention it's a movie?
Oh, is it a movie? Oh, I was thinking like a TV miniseries. Okay, it's a movie. Okay, I was confused.
It's unbelievable. It's a limited
fantastic.
series. It's a Netflix limited series.
Limited series, yeah.
It was just incredible. So then
Who are you casting? Who's going to star in this?
oh boy, I don't
You should do it. If we really age her up a lot, then I think you should do it.
put some white hair in her head, yeah. And I can't skate,
Like
but
a Jennifer Lawrence. Like, let me think. Okay, I'll think about that.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Jennifer Gardner. I was like, I think, well, she has a little bit of a better shot
Garner,
than me.
not Gardner. Do you
What
say
did
Gardner?
I say? Gardner?
Like she's gardening out. It's Garner, not Gardner, right?
Oh, did I put a D in it?
You put a D, like she
Jennifer
works the farm.
Gardner.
Gardner? Anyway.
Okay. Anyway.
Yes, starring Jennifer Gardner. Okay.
Okay. So overtime, everyone. Meanwhile, I was talking to friends. Then I go to the bathroom and I realized the game was starting.
You stupid bitch. Can I just time out for a second? This person who gathered everyone, opened the bar. We are watching the game. It's getting crazy. It's starting the overtime. Bitch is gone. We were like, where's Erin? Where's Erin? I went outside in the rain. Did you know that I went outside in the rain looking for you? And you, stupid bitch, were like hanging out in the bathroom, curling your bangs. I don't know what you were doing.
I had to run to the bathroom.
You were taking a while, my friend. We looked for you.
Because I was talking at the bar, and then I went to the bathroom.
You were gone for like at least a week and a half. I was calling Italy. I was like, can you hold the game, please? And they were like, ciao. And I'm like, I guess not.
Oh, my God.
Terrible impression of Italian people.
Hello,
thank God you came back.
Ciao, Bella. Donde esta, Erin?
Donde esta?
I don't know any Italian.
Stupid idiot.
So we didn't have to wait long. Also, our friend Julie, who was there, had like this big meeting, and she was literally packing up. And we're like, oh my God, she's an insane sports fan. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe you have to leave right now. She had like her computer packing up. She was literally having a meeting with like the Valkyries. I can't even make this up. And then, and then the goal.
She was walking out the door and we were like, stop, cancel your meeting. This is nothing is more important than this.
And then 4 minutes in,
4 minutes and 7 seconds.
4 minutes and 7 seconds. Megan Keller, that move she put, first of all,
is amazing.
I have to say this. When I went back and watched, because I was like, you can, but I needed to hear, I needed to see the Taylor Heisey pass. I'm telling you, listeners, just go back and cue up that goal. Taylor Heisey passed it to Megan Keller from behind, literally just to the very left of her own goal. She passed it because Canada was doing a shift change. She literally saw Keller out of the corner of her eye, passed it onto her stick. I don't know how big a rink is, but like 3/4 of the rink, Keller gets the pass. It was one of the most beautiful assists I've ever seen in my life. And then Keller just works as a defenseman, works her magic on the Canadian player, does this crazy move, and then scores. And again, like we lost our minds. It was, I could cry right now.
They kept replaying it, which was great because I kept saying, where did the puck go in? And even in slow motion, I couldn't see it. That's how magical it was. I was like, where is it?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Yeah. It was seriously one of the most, and like Keller's like Yvette's like assistant captain, right? She's like second captain. Hilary Knight is the captain. So you've got like all this youth that propelled. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like this magical mix of players. And then the two people to get it in are your vets, your captains. It was insane. It was
like
insane.
A spiritual moment. It was, I feel like I was reborn. It was just great. I screamed so loud that I was out last night and I was having like issues talking. I was like, luckily it's okay today. But I was screaming.
Yeah, everybody was screaming. By the way, there was a family there. This parents brought their young kids. Like
The
what
little
an
girl was really fucking annoying, though. Let's keep it real. She
Oh,
was
I didn't
screaming the whole time, and not,
I blocked her out the whole time.
she wasn't watching the game. She was not contributing to the energy. I'm just kidding. She was like 6.
Oh,
She
okay.
was kind of big. She was kind of
Okay.
screaming at the wrong time. I'm like, are you Canadian
That's
like Erin?
okay. But
It
what
was
a
so cute.
how fun for her to see, like to for kids to be in that moment.
Why
And there
are
was
parents taking their 6-year-old children to a bar at 10 a.m.? Why was she not in school? This is a problem. We should call social services. Now that I'm
no,
thinking
it's
about it,
the opposite. It's like bringing your kids out to like an Olympic moment like that. Like
she should have been in
those
school. She
kids are
should have
going
been
to
in
be
school.
women's ice hockey fans.
They're not going to graduate high school because they
Okay,
miss
don't be a
elementary
buzzkill.
school.
Don't
Okay,
be
okay.
a
Wait,
buzzkill.
speaking of buzzkill, can I just say what a celebratory, wonderful thing? They do a close up of the Canadian coach, cinematic tear dripping down his face. So sad, so heartbroken. The Canadian team is so heartbroken. They do another thing that he's wiping his eyes, and I go, Aaron, that's so sad. And you go, he's fine. Do you remember fucking saying
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
with the
Because they
chin
beat
up?
us all the time. I'm
Yeah,
like, they're
he's
fine.
fine.
They're fine.
You're a monster. I was like, it was just like this sad, beautiful. Like he just was. He's like my women. I've tried so hard. He's fine. Fuck
He's
him. He's fine.
fine. I didn't say fuck him. I just said he's fine. He's
I knew
fine.
what you meant.
Because we lose a lot to the Canadians. And I'm like, you know what? Like, of course, you can be sad, whatever. But I do have to say this. Two other moments. Just a huge congratulations to that Canadian team because oh my God, they brought it. That's the best they've played in like years. These are perennial powerhouses. Every single Canadian player plays in the Professional Women's Hockey League. This is the best of the best. They brought it. I didn't want a blowout. I didn't think I was going to get a blowout, but what a game they played. And now I'm seeing articles this morning of like, they should have brought youth. They relied too much on the vets. And I'm like, they were 2 minutes away for winning the gold. They played incredible. And bringing on like everyone's going to second guess. If we hadn't won the gold, every single sports writer would have been like, we brought too many young players. You know what I mean? Like they can't win. I thought they played absolutely incredible. And yeah, it was just an amazing game. It was just an amazing game. So like,
Imagine how you'd feel if you were the Canadian goalie. Like you'd
yeah,
just be heartbroken.
yeah. And let me just tell you this about Anne-Marie Desbion. She is one of the best goalkeepers ever. She plays in the PWHL. You can watch her. I believe she's the Ottawa goalie. I have to double check that. Can you fact check that while I'm talking?
Wait, who are we talking about? The Canadian goalie?
And Renee Desbion. She was incredible. She kept Canada in that whole game. 31, I think it was 31 shots on goal. 30 or 30. Yeah, she had 31 saves. I mean, she was incredible. Like again, if you're playing USA hockey, if you're playing against Americans, and again, I would say this: if you're playing, you have to score more than one goal. You know what I mean? Like one goal is not going to win, so that's not on the goalie. But to lose in overtime as a goalie, like I can't imagine. But and then just there's some really amazing emotional moments of John Wroblewski, our coach, crying. That's when I looked at Gretchen. Gretchen was sobbing. The strength I just have to say, it was very difficult not to sob openly in public in a women's sports bar. So I gave myself a gold medal for keeping it together. Just incredible. And now Hilary Knight is engaged with a gold medal, broke every single record there's to break, and she's going to be the flag bearer for the closing ceremonies.
I know that. Did they just announce
Just
that?
announce. I mean, what
He's
a
crushing
classic.
life. We need this kind of news right
I
now.
know.
This is fantastic. This is my new heated rivalry. Is her? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this is. I didn't know that. That's so glorious. Thank you for telling me
Yes.
that.
And Brittany Bowe, I watched her do the 1500 this morning. Unfortunately, she came in fourth, but still, that's amazing. Like, that's amazing. It
She's
just,
fine. That's what you would
she's
say if she
going to
was
be
Canadian.
fine. But,
She's
but
fine.
like, she put I feel like she put USA speed skating like on her shoulders for the last like decade plus. So, just a huge congratulations to Brittany Bowe, Hilary Knight, the entire. Can I just do one more stats? I just have to do one more shout
What
out.
if I said no? Like it's
What
my
if you're like,
podcast.
absolutely
No more
not?
sets. Good.
I want to give a shout out to Caroline Harvey. They call her KK Harvey, right? She's on our team. You know where she plays? Oh, University of Wisconsin.
Whatever.
Anyway, she's a gold medalist. She got MVP. She got best defender. She got the media all-star team. She got the most assists in the tournament and the most points by a defender. All of that. And she is a senior. She has to go back now and play. They're going to be in the playoffs. This is college hockey, right? Frozen Four. That's where like March Madness. This is the Frozen Four. That'll be, I don't know, I guess March. And she's going to be the number one pick in the 2026 PWHL draft. KK Harvey. I mean,
It's amazing.
can you imagine? I mean, she.
No,
I don't
no.
even know what to say. That's six. That's six accolades for the, and she is a college student. Unbelievable. So yeah, just
Our lives have been wasted, Erin. We have nothing to offer. No.
we have
Good on her, bad on us.
We've,
Wait, side note, what do you think Hilary and Brittany's home gym looks like? Is it like a really big space? Because they're both athletes. Like, how big do you think? Like the whole basement, the whole
I
roof,
think the whole basement.
the whole house?
I think the whole house. I think every room has some sort of piece of training equipment in it.
Okay, thanks. I was just wondering if you knew. Rowing machine.
I
in
think
the
they
kitchen.
go to bed on yoga balls. I think they sleep on yoga balls.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then they get out of bed in the morning, lift the bed up, and put it back into the wall. And it's not a Murphy
Is
bed.
that a Murphy bed?
It's just a regular bed that they lift up and put against the wall. And then they go about their day. Just, lifting weights and eating cereal. Just the whole time they're training.
It makes sense. They're so strong.
They're so strong.
The whole basement, the whole house.
The whole basement, the whole house is designed for max fitness. Hilary Knight, Brittany Bowe.
It's working.
It's
Good job,
working.
ladies.
They're amazing. My God, icons.
Would you officiate their wedding? And if you do,
absolutely. Somebody
connect
call
with that.
them and say, I am ready to go.
I'm an officiant, but I would recommend you to do it.
too.
We should officiate each other. 1, 2, 3. That's not how it works.
Hey, thanks for gathering. Let's put this love on ice.
We're doing it together. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, two more things.
Okay.
I run home, right? I set my alarm. This is really funny. I set my alarm for 1:30 to remind myself, because I'm in hockey euphoria, that the women's figure skating final free skate, right? I set the alarm for 1:30 a.m. instead of 1:30 p.m. Last night at 1:30 a.m., my alarm went off. So I've had several cups of coffee this morning. Anyway, go home, and as I put on the TV, it was one before Alysa Liu.
Okay, so you saw it.
So I saw Alysa Liu the entire time. I'm like, when she got off the ice, I hadn't seen anybody else. So I don't know where we are. Like, can she medal? I had read that Amber Glenn had like the most incredible routine. She went up from 13th to like 5th. I'm going to go back and watch that. So huge congratulations to Amber Glenn. And then I saw the whole thing unfold. Listeners, if you didn't see it, there was two amazing, incredible Japanese skaters right behind Alysa. So after she came off the ice, I realized when she went into first place that we were guaranteed a medal. And I was like, oh my God, we haven't won a medal in 20 years. That was a huge story going into the Olympics. Besides her personal story, which is incredible. So then the Japanese skater, and I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names and pronunciations, but this one is like perennial powerhouse, like another amazing feel-good story. I should have looked up her name. I'm sorry. She's going to coach in Japan, like iconic, just messes up just a little, comes in second place. And I go, oh my God, like Alysa Liu can win the silver medal. That is incredible. Then the third Japanese skater, who's 17 years old, messes up just a little. And they're like, this is it. This is going to be like a dead heat. We don't know who's going to win. And I'm like, oh my God, I just came off like the hockey craziness. And Alysa Liu takes the gold medal. I'm like,
fantastic.
this day, let alone that yesterday morning, I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning to see our team women curlers who won. They beat the Swiss team to get in the semifinals. Okay, they lost this morning, but they're playing for bronze tomorrow. I was exhausted last night.
It was a great day.
So
single
Alysa
voice. It was a
Liu
great day.
takes the gold medal. And if you don't know, listeners, just look up her story. I mean, mental health issues, so burnt out when she was like 15, 16, like retires, then comes out of retirement and finds the joy and love of skating and goes out and
She
just,
She seems so happy skating. I said to Carmen, I go, I love watching snowboarding. I love watching skiing. I love watching in the summertime surfing because it's so, everyone's like, they're fighting with the elements. They're not fighting with each other. So if they win a medal, they don't do well. They like high five, right? But it seems like people beat themselves up when they're skating. And she just was shining. I don't think I've ever seen someone enjoy themselves ice skating as much as I saw that. That was, please look it up if you haven't seen it. I'm sure it's on like YouTube. Just watch her gold medal skate.
it was, you're so right, Bridget. She just was smiling and having the time of your life. And I know everyone's just like, when you go out there as a competitive athlete, believe me, I played D3 in college. I know what it takes. Basketball.
In Canada, right? That was when you
Okay,
started.
no, in
Okay.
Wisconsin. No, not in Wisconsin. But like, of course, you're like, yeah, just go out there and be free and be joyful and have fun. But who can actually do that, right?
Yeah.
Only the 0.000, especially not in a team sport.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you could get away with that a little bit easier in a team sport because you're like, oh my God, like they had a great pass. It's a team, but like a solo sport, just to go out there and be free and be yourself and have fun. I'd be like, fuck off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she
She made it
did.
look so easy too. I'm like, oh, why am I not ice skating? It was, it was so fun to see someone having fun.
Oh my
It was
God.
great.
It was so, so joyful. So joyful. All right, we're winding down here. I just want to say this. If you have fallen in love with ice hockey, the most glorious thing to me is whoever wins, it was just an obviously incredible. If Canada had won, I'd been like, good for them. I would have been heartbroken, but I'm like, throughout me watching the Olympic hockey and everybody else watching Olympic hockey, have to wait like 4 years to see these players again, right? I mean, because of the starts and stops of our domestic leagues, Canada's domestic leagues, the league would start, then it would fold. It would start another version, it would fold. Then there was a boycott of some of our professional players. Like sometimes you could see it on Twitch, sometimes YouTube, right? And it has been building and building and building. And now this is the first Olympics where it's on like, there'll be incredible game where next week you can watch it for the next 3 months. The PWHL, you can watch every game on YouTube. This couldn't be simpler. Everybody that has gotten the bug of Olympic hockey, women's hockey, in like 5 or 6 days, it starts again next Thursday. Montreal plays New York. And you can see these players, Keller, Haley Wynn, Aaron Frankel, they all play for Boston. Minnesota, Lee Steckline, Kelly Panic, Zumwinkle, Coyne, Heisey, Curl Salome, they all play for Minnesota. Hilary Knight in Seattle. You can see all these players. The
Wait,
Canadians.
let's go to Seattle. We can stay at my sister in Seattle. Let's go see a game.
Yes, I'm going to be.
No, I'm serious.
I'll
pretend you don't know who I am when I text you later today.
I'll go anywhere. I'm going to see the Sirens. I'm seeing March 8th. I'll be at the Sirens Ottawa game in New York, which is going to be super fun.
Canada?
So yeah, in
Canada?
the United States of Wisconsin. No, it's so great. It's been so fun. I'm going to binge for the next 72 hours, watch a closing ceremony, and then watch the Paralympics. Everybody also watch the Paralympics.
Please,
They're
please.
incredible.
They're fantastic. They're
incredible.
fantastic.
I get so obsessed with sitting volleyball in the last Olympics that I lost my mind. I started watching all the nationals. So I can't wait to dive in next week and learn all about these new set of heroes. So keep the Olympics going with the Paralympics. That's all I have to say. Bridget, you are a national treasure. Thank you so much for coming on the show. International
Love
treasure.
you.
Thanks for coming back from Milan to go to the women's sports bar with me. And thanks for your hopping on the show and doing some Olympic coverage.
Anything for you, Erin. I love you so much.
You're the absolute best. Herlighters, rate, review, subscribe. It means the world to me. Leave a comment. I keep threatening to read the comment and I forget, but I swear to God it's going to happen next week. Fans, friends, family, have the best week of your life.